What's up? What's up? You're still on mute, Brady. Ooh, who's Beauty 911? I don't know who that is, but I like the name.
It's Janet Varas. Sorry,
Hi, Janet.
I am trying to change the name, but I have to figure out how to do that.
It's your Google account, actually. So when you go into your Google Drive or your Google like Gmail suite, that's how you change your picture. That's how you edit your name for anybody that is trying to figure out their Google account.
Okay, thanks, Meili.
Absolutely.
Oh, Meili,
Uh-huh.
is the volume something wrong? Because I can't really hear.
I can hear you just fine, and I could hear Janet just fine.
No, I'm just saying, maybe you can hear me, but I'm saying I can't hear very well. Like, I don't know if it's a speaker or something issue. I don't know.
Yeah, it
But,
could be your
okay,
phone.
I'll just try to hear as best I can.
Okay.
Hey,
Hey,
thanks.
Janet, good morning.
Hi, good morning. I can hear you good.
Okay, perfect. Good. I saw Brady and Scott, but then they disappeared, so I don't know. I don't know, but we'll make it happen. I won't see everybody today at Brady's house. Unfortunately, I'm not feeling very well, so I'm not gonna push that onto you guys.
All right, guys. Can you guys hear me?
There's
here?
Scott. What's
You
up?
ready to do this?
Let's do it.
All right. So we're at Brady's right now. Today's been crazy. Let's see. Who do we got on the call? We got 17 people. Hey, first off, it's good to see y'all. I love these calls every single Tuesday. They've been lots of fun. Learned a ton. Last week's was amazing that Paige did. And it was super cool because I saw a lot of you guys actually practicing what Paige was preaching last week. So today's call, we're going to talk a little bit about some of your successes, what you guys are doing to get business, what you're working on. There's just so many amazing people inside this group, inside this community. So today we're going to actually go through the room. I'll kind of update you on some of the up and coming events that we have going on. I know that Paige and May, that you guys had an event last night, right? How'd that go? I'd love to hear about it. Correct?
So it's just the Creating Her Empire event, but yeah, it was super fun. We had 8 agents show up, so that out of all, like, because it's for business women, entrepreneurs, and so 8 of those agents, only one of them was on our team, which was Michelle Torres. So so that was a good recruiting, I think, platform. We didn't really talk too much about it, but luckily, because of my Go High Level account, I can retarget all of them, which is fantastic, to get them to come to our next Tuesday. So that will be the plan. And then Paige and I, so this is something that we should talk about. So we have a brunch scheduled for this Thursday at 10 a.m. for any of the females that want to come and hang out with us. It will be, we're trying to keep it like less than 10 would be my hope, because we don't want it to be too crazy. I feel like, I don't know. What are your thoughts, Paige? Do we want it to be big?
Well, I mean, I think if we can, we're basically doing it as just an educational meeting about Real to showcase how the brokerage works and what we're doing and the benefits of it, and go through all the different benefits in like a smaller group so everybody can really understand it. We can sit down with everybody, go over the perks, go over what we're doing within our group, and then go over everything you get being at Real. So it should be fun. I love Belmont Bakery. So reach out to me or Maylee if you have somebody that you're talking to that wants to learn about it. And we'll make sure there's enough seats for everybody. Also, really quick, I said I was going to do this every week, which I want to do an accountability post of everybody who listened to me last week and posted something about your local area. So if anybody has something that worked really well for them, if you posted something about fall events, upcoming events, I would love to hear about it. For me, last minute over here, but I did my monthly edit post where I talked about everything to do for Halloween, or, bucket list items to do in Utah in October. So that was your content idea for last week. Local happenings, what to do in the fall, what to do for Halloween. So did anybody listen and post something that worked well or didn't work well, or post some local updates on here? Calling everybody out right now. Tana, what's up?
Hello. I did post. I think it did pretty well. I haven't looked at it for a minute. Let me see. It only had about 330 on Instagram. Let's see. TikTok, there was about
Also,
730.
Hannah, I told you, send them to me before you post. Because like last time after the call, I did like a little mini audit of Tana's Instagram. And for me, I mean, I've just been doing this for a minute now, so I kind of know what's going to catch people's attention and what's not. So if you guys are about to post something, feel free to send it to me first, and I'll tweak it and I'll tell you, oh, add this hook, let's switch this around. This will get more views if you do it this way. I love that kind of stuff. I really enjoy it. So send it to me if you're going to post something or you need an idea to post, or you took my idea and you made a post with it and you want to make sure it's going to do well. Send it to me first, because I would love to help with that kind of thing. Also, Tana, I'll go look at that one and check it out, the one that you posted, because I didn't see it. And I want to help as much as I can, whether it's sharing stuff or helping people come up with ideas. Jenny, what's up?
I made one before you did this, but I think I'm going to start doing it because I get out and do YouTube videos every week, and I just need to add that little clip of where I'm at. And I did it at the Burgess Orchard in Alpine and just kind of got on there. I talked about what they do. I don't know if it's something just as simple as that, or, you know, the tips on that was just a short little clip of like less than a minute. It did good traction. I feel like it was attracting people who are not in the market, but just getting my face out there.
100%. Your ultimate goal with social media, it's a long-term game, is to get people in your local market to follow you. So even if it's not real estate related, or you just get people following you that are in Utah, eventually they're going to buy or sell, or they're going to know somebody who wants to buy or sell. So then it's going to establish you as the real estate agent as you sprinkle in real estate content as well. But yeah, even something really simple like a B-roll of a really gorgeous view with writing on it can do really well. And I'm happy to help make it something that's going to catch people's attention. If you want to send it to me, and I'll help you tweak the writing. Last thing before I hand it back over to Scott, I told you every week I'm going to give you content ideas. So this week, what I'm going to do is an update on market conditions. I saw Tim Smith, who is an agent that I look up to, I'm friends with. I follow him down in Newport Beach area. He's like the video go as far as listing videos, but he did a really great market update, just talking about sellers. And he just said, hey, listen, demand is still really low. They just did the first rate cut. Things are going to get better and demand's going to come back after the election and the springtime. If you're a buyer, right now is the time to take advantage when demand is lower. A lot of people aren't making moves. They're waiting what's going to see what's going to happen with the election. They're waiting until rates come down more. They're waiting until, like demand goes up and they're going to follow the crowd. Right now is an amazing opportunity for buyers to get in before that happens. And for sellers, be patient, bide your time. Hold, like, don't freak out, just be patient as a seller and take advantage as a buyer. So posting along the lines of, hey, we're going into the fall winter market, great time for buyers, helping your sellers be patient. I sent this video to Tana. I'm going to post something along those lines. So this week, market update, it's a great way for you to show your knowledge, show your expertise, and just kind of establish yourself as the knowledgeable agent in your area. Scott, sorry to take this call over. Go ahead.
No, I like it. Less of me and more Paige. Paige, keep going. Do tell, right? No, I love what Paige just said there. Be entertaining. So, like, I throw a lot of events. I just threw an event with Chuck Liddell. He's like a world champion UFC fighter. And I kept telling everyone I was going to kick Chuck Liddell's butt, right? And so now I can go post that content and I can say, anyone that likes UFC, now all of a sudden they're going to be like, wait, you know Chuck Liddell? Hey, I want to work with you as a realtor. I want to flip a home with you. So like the more diverse you are, the more attraction, the more eyeballs. Like you don't have to just be real estate nonstop 24/7. You might push people away. You want to be entertaining, sprinkled with real estate with what you're doing. So and I built my brand, I built my network. Pretty much everyone that Paige that you've met through me, they're like, how do you know Scott? And they're like, well, I came to your meetup. I came to your event. I came to your meetup. I came to your bus tour. I came to your local Sweeto burrito, right? So, but I built rapport with these people. So, it's funny because we had Jalil that played in the NBA. He was just over here with us at Brady's house. And we're sitting there chatting. And she's like, well, do you want to hear about it? And it's kind of like me and Jalil just looked at each other like, no. We've already kind of built that rapport in the past. If you build rapport with people, you don't have to sell them anything. They want to work with you. Like, and that's why this is so easy through what we're doing here, because we have everything in the process. we're recruiting talent is what we're doing. I don't know if you guys are noticing this. We've got Eduardo. So, you know, if I get pulled over illegally on a ticket, you know, I'm going to call up Eduardo, I need your help, man. Rolling stop sign. You know, obviously Paige with the social media. Maylee's like the queen of fix and flip, but even better, when I think of Maylee, I think of like seller financing. Like she's really like taken on that craft because there's a lot of fix and flippers that are out there. But she's really honed in, hey, no, flip homes with seller financing. So everyone knows you're better to be the big fish in the small pond. And so what we're creating a bunch of big fish and a bunch of small ponds, and we're all putting everyone together. So I know that you've got
Can I say
Mitchell.
one thing?
Yeah, of course. Of
I was
course.
gonna
I
say
do it
that,
to
like,
you all the time. It's payback.
I have utilized a ton of people in this group. Like, there's so many people that have different things to offer. Like, Maylee sent me her VA, the girl that she used to get her a VA yesterday. Like, if you have a seller finance deal that you want to do, team up with somebody in the group that specializes in that. Or if somebody wants to flip a home, like, I've utilized a ton of different people in the group, whether it's Brady on commercial and development, or Maylee with her VA that she literally just helped me with yesterday. Like, there's so many people that have something to offer in different aspects that don't be afraid to reach out, because everybody's pretty awesome in this group.
Yeah, we have resources. We have multiple YouTube people. We've got Mitchell that joined the group. We've got Marvin. Marvin's at Real. He's been at Real for a couple of years. He comes out and shoots all of our stuff. So he'll shoot YouTube. Jenny was giving me some great tips on different ways to cut up the YouTube, because you might hire people. Like, you know, we shot a video. Rich joined, by the way, guys. Rich is the real deal. El habla español. Ah, mi amigo. So Rich joined literally 2 weeks ago. He joined our team. He's Chilean. We were fraternity brothers 20 years ago. I helped him find a deal. He just flipped his first home. We're going to list his home. We just shot content. Literally, we killed 4 birds with 1 stone. So it's all about being efficient with your time. Like Paige, it's like last night, Paige, we were talking about shooting before, then we'd have to schedule half of our days, move stuff around. I'm like, no, let's just go shoot on the way. So literally Paige drove out there, we shot some content. Now all of a sudden we've got this call, we've got our training for our new investors. So hopefully you guys are coming out here, because we're going to show you all the amazing apps that Real offers and provides. How you can, it's like a database where you can keep track of everything. You can keep track of your rev share. You can keep track of like, how do I get signs? Where do I go for this? Like literally all we're doing, guys, is Paige has a ton of resources. Eduardo has a ton. Maylee has a ton. Sean, Brady, they have a ton of resources. I have a ton of resources. Tana has a ton of Jenny, Emma, we all have tons of resources. Let's share our resources together. It is the easiest recruiting tool ever. And I'll tell you right now, our team is growing like fire. We got Jeremy on here down in St. George. He's got all of his people. We've got these properties with New Wave out here. So let's utilize the resources. Let's invite our other realtor friends. Literally, it has nothing to do with the brokerage. It's like, hey, do you want all these tools and resources to help you get deals? Like, let me give you a perfect example of resources, okay? So Emma, we've connected. I met her at Sweeto Burrito, right? And I wasn't ready to build a team. I wasn't ready for it. And a couple months ago, she's like, hey, I bought your book. And I'm like, you're crazy, Emma. She buys your book. She reads my book on honeymoon that literally talks to you about how to get off-market deals, right? That's my book. It's a lead management system. And she's like, well, I'm thinking about joining the team. I'm like, well, let me connect you with Paige. And she's like, okay, sounds good. So we got on the phone call and we sat there and we said, hey, when you're competing against the big dogs, you're brand new at real estate, leverage Paige and her influence to go land the listing. And you guys literally a couple days ago just landed $1 million. Like, talk about that and talk about like how we're using each other to get more business and help each other win. So Emma, you're up. I'm putting you on the spot.
Well, yeah, putting me on the spot. Well, so long story short of this whole thing, I guess this was actually from my SOI that I got the lead. My husband's parents are like long-term friends with these people, okay? And so they post on Facebook, they have a whole bunch of family friends, and family members that are real estate agents. And so they're like, hey, the only fair way to do this is we're going to interview everybody. So anybody that's interested, message me and reach out. And my mother-in-law saw it and she's like, oh my gosh, she texted and she's like, hey, like Emma is the best that you'll ever find, you know, like basically raving for me, right? And fighting for me, which is awesome. He gives me a shot. He calls me and we talk about it. And I'm like, hey, I'd love to, you know, set up a meeting. We met last Wednesday and I drug Paige along with me. I'm glad that she was able to make it. Or was it Tuesday? I don't know. But anyways, we go and she just completely, like, it was amazing to watch her in her element and just watch everything that she knows. And yeah, it was brilliant. So I was super excited that I got to be alongside her and watch her. But we also just, like, we threw all of their family members and family friends out of the water because, I mean, 2 agents are obviously better than 1, but when you get Paige in the mix of it, and then, I mean, I like to think that I know what I'm doing a little bit. So, but yeah, they called us yesterday and they were like, hey, we like, you're the one, we'd love to work with you guys. And we had not only 9 other people, but they were like I said, they were family members and family friends. So that's incredible that we were able to win that over when they had like personal relationships in the mix of it, just because of, like I say, I give it to Paige. But yeah, I'm super excited that we get to work on it together and super excited for what's to come.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. And I told Emma, you don't even have to full split it with me. Like, I'm happy to come help you get it. And if you want me to be involved, like, just give me a referral fee on it or something where we'll work it out that's fair. Like, I want you guys to win. So I kind of have my listing presentation dialed. I've been doing it forever. I've got my whole presentation pretty dialed. So I'm happy to do that for anybody if you're up against a lot of different agents and you need help getting it. So, one thing, Scott, did you have something to say? I was going to say one more thing.
I'm just saying, like, you're coachable, like pigs get fat, hogs get slaughtered, right? Like, let's have that abundance mindset of like, hey, I'm going to go get this myself. I don't want to split that commission. And then you don't get it. Right.
Yeah.
But even more important than getting the listing, Emma, is the experience that you're going to get from Paige. That's going to help you make millions and millions of dollars, not the listing. See, we're so transactional in everything that we do. If we focus on the long-term game, like Paige and I, when we're talking about other people and what we're doing, it's like, no, you take it. And that's why everyone loves Paige, because she's like, look, I don't even need the commission. I'm just there to help you. Like, if we all have that, imagine if we all gave 5x to what we're taking. Imagine how easy and how we're all going to just absolutely crush it. So, you know, this is just a little concept that you have to really, really fully understand. Are you playing the long game or are you playing the short game? The short game is to go out and get a commission. The long game is to go out and build massive relationships. So that way you're not showing homes until you're 75 years old. Really, y'all should have a 5-year plan. Like, Maylee showed enough homes. Paige has showed enough homes. I've showed enough homes. We've paid the price to do that. Brady's done it for years. He's owned his own brokerage. We've done it, right? So you go out and crush it for 5 years. You build that credibility. Now you can start building massive teams. So you can be much, much more selective on the people that you're working with. So it's not a matter of, I got to go do this for business. It's like, who do I want to work with, right? And so that should be the mindset y'all should have, is learn it with people like Maylee, like Paige, like Tana. Do it yourself and then teach other people to do the same thing. So if you're not reaching out to your other realtor friends in Utah, all over the country, and saying, hey, you should check out our community. Let me set up a phone call with Maylee or Paige or Brady or Red Sue. Let me set up a call. All you have to do is make an intro call. 90% of the people that we want are joining us, and we're being very selective. Guys, if you have a team of 20 agents, that's close to $100,000 a year in rev share that you guys can get on top of the deals that you're doing. But here's the problem. If you're not actively out there selling homes yourself, nobody will want to work with you. So when you do have a listing, when you have a flip, you need to highlight that, because people will naturally want to work with you. And it's very simple, very easy. You have to do both. And when you do both, the problem most agents are not doing, though, is that they are basically doing one and they're not doing both. Do it all. How do you do it? I do it all because of time management. Paige has another question. Paige, go ahead.
I was just going to say, don't feel pressure like you have to go the agent attraction route either. Real is an amazing brokerage to be at with the tools that it has, the technology, the stock purchase plan. Like, that's a great way to make money long term. And honestly, just naturally, as you're going about it, the best way to attract agents is by selling a ton of real estate and actually getting in and utilizing the tools, utilizing the amazing training that it has. Sharon does a sales accelerator every week. He's literally the best mind in the industry, in my opinion. He does a free sales accelerator every single week. So get on, use the tools at Real, use the app, use the technology, because it's the best brokerage to be at. No brainer, in my opinion, whether you go the agent attraction route or not. Once you get in and you feel comfortable, if you want to start going that route, it's a great way to make passive income. You can use all of us to do it. And if you want help with it, feel free to reach out to us. We can help you with that. So last thing, we're almost done here, but I just wanted to talk about something I'm going to speak at one of Dustin Brome's events last week. He wants me to speak on how I've converted my Instagram from like just starting doing social media to actually having that convert to doing big deals and selling luxury real estate. And so I've really been thinking on it. And honestly, the biggest thing for me, I've realized, is social media is just kind of to legitimize you and help show you as a professional. You have to be out every single day, creating the relationships, adding value to people that you want to work with, and getting in front of those people, talking to them, having the conversations. That's the way that you really build a relationship and get deals. Most of my deals come from my actual relationships that I have. Sometimes I get the one-offs from social media and I get people that are referring deals to me and other agents. But the biggest thing that it does is people then go to my page, they see that I'm posting good, high quality, helpful content, and it just legitimizes me. They're like, oh, she's a great agent. She actually knows what she's doing. And then I also utilize my social page to help promote and add value to people that I want to work with in the industry. Courtney, who owns Spa Trouvé, I've like posted and shared on her stuff for free. Red Suit introduced me to Ryan Bowen. I met Michael McHenry because I was at Sunday's Best. I just went up to him and said hello. I'm like, oh, you own this place, right? I've seen you on social. I love it. You're doing a great job. Then I'll post it and share it and tag him. Like, the owners of different company, use your social media to add value to them. Shelby, I just listed her $3 million house in Lehigh. It's my most recent listing video. I went in and was adding value to her for years. My husband was giving me bullshit. He's like, he's giving me shit. And he was like, why are you going to the most expensive place in Utah, Ruma, to get your freaking Botox? You could get it for $8 or $5 somewhere else. I'm like, because I'm biding my freaking time with her. Like, I'm putting in the work and I'm literally doing work behind the scenes, like building relationships with these people. I would post Ruma, I would tag it, I would go to her for years. And now I have a $3 million house list with her and over $2 million house under contract on the buy side. And I'm helping her sell a lot. So I'm just like, the more you can add value to these people without expecting anything in return, you don't want to come across that way. I didn't know for sure if she's ever going to end up using me or what's going to happen. But I'm like, this is a person who kills it, who is very successful. She's a woman that's killing it in business. And I want to build that relationship with her, first of all. And it may lead to something big. So I was just adding value to her for years, probably spending more than I could have on Botox because I was biding my time and putting it in the work, and it ends up paying off. So the more you can add value to people, build relationships with them, then your social media is just gaining you credibility when people go and they see, oh, they actually know what they're talking about. They're posting about valuable content and they're adding value. It just kind of legitimizes you, but building the relationships is the most important thing.
Yeah, right, spot on. So when you pay attention. So like with Ryan Bowen, he's like, hey, come meet me, when I met him 2-3 years ago. And the first thing, he had a water system. And I was like, cool, I like you, Ryan. How much is it? I'll buy one. I bought a water system from him. So like, I support people. Like, I support them for years and don't expect anything in return. And that's how you build long lasting relationships. So like, Red Suit's never asked me for anything. All he's done is just connected me or provided. And then all of a sudden, hey, when are you selling something? Hey, I got this, like Paige is getting all these big, massive listings because she's just doing it just because she genuinely wants to help them win. And they see that in you. And then you make a $50,000 commission, right? I mean, you're playing the long game. So, yeah. And Real is just one component of what we're doing. The brokerage, they're amazing. Got the best train, the best, like Dustin's amazing. Dustin's not even part of our group. He just joined Rail. He was at EXP. He's just a good dude. He's so supportive. He's come and spoke at my meetup. So if you guys can check their stuff out, Paige is going to be speaking at it. They've got an event in Salt Lake City. It's going to be dope. It's a 2-day event. And then we've got BAM coming up. So let me get to some of the announcements. And then Syed, I saw that you had your hand up. We'll get to you here in a second. But the way I see this, guys, is if I'm not sharing this with other people, I'm being selfish, because I know where they're at. There's certain brokers. They're not getting the support that we provide. They're not getting the social media. They're not getting the fix and flip. They're not getting the commercial, the multifamily, the YouTube. They're not getting all the channels that we provide people. So if they're genuinely your friends, just make an introduction to one of us and say, hey, you don't sell them, you invite them. Come see what we're doing. And then it's like, oh yeah, I like it, or they don't, and move on. It's very simple, but it's just another channel. You guys should all have 10 different streams of income in the next 2 years. I want to challenge you guys to have 10 different streams of income. Maybe you write a book and you sell it and you make money off of that. Maybe you have a coaching program. Maybe you're selling homes. Maybe you have referral basis. Right? There's so many different ways to make money and do the exact same thing. It's just adding value in people's lives. That's the name of the game. So what's going to happen here? We've got our event today at 12. Come out here. We'll show you the apps. We'll show you the systems, the tools. October 17th in St. George, we are launching our group there. We just had a couple agents join the team. You've got Brady down there. You've got Jeremy. Jeremy's going to knock our socks off with Brady, with the door-to-door. Those guys have been amazing with Dwayne. A lot of people have been like, hey, Redstone, I need help. Cool. What do you, well, let's go hunt. And I've just connected them with Jeremy. And Jeremy's got systems and processes to teach you guys how to knock doors. That's the other assets that we have part of our team. Jeremy, are you on here? So October, put this on your computer. October 17th, we're all going to go down there about 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock. And we're going to do a training down in St. George. We've got a bunch of agents. So if you know people down there, Jeremy's going to talk about this shortly. And then that evening, we're headed down to Vegas because Daniel Dukebin is flipping a home in Las Vegas. And guys, he's 6 hours away. Well, we have connections where we have contractors and they're crushing it down there. So the 17th, and then that night in Vegas, Paige will be in at BAM. I'm going to BAM as well. Y'all should come to BAM because that's where we're going to see all these big visionary people that are crushing it in real estate. And so we're going to do an event on the 17th in St. George at 1 o'clock. And then that night around 6 o'clock in Vegas at Daniel's Flip, we're going to do an event down there. And then those that want to stick around for BAM, they can do that. Carlos Reyes, a good friend of mine, he crushes it. He's got an event with Brad Lee. If any of you guys want to hit that up, reach out to me. But Jeremy, talk about what you got in store for these Savages in St. George on October 17th.
Yeah, so we've got a super cool house that Red Suit and I are trying to lock up. So cool content, kind of like the one that's up in Salt Lake, just to come down and do some reels or whatnot. And then we also have my ad manager that I've recently been coached by, that Dwayne and I have dumped some money into to learn the ad side of things on social media. He's going to give a presentation, give away like a ton of his presentation on ads and social media is really, really good. It's obviously not as Pages, but on the ad side, it's really good. So he'll be there. We'll go over door knocking stuff. It should be a really cool event. We've got a local vendor that's going to be there, like for food and stuff. So it'll be really cool. Hope to see you guys.
Yeah.
Also, you can use it to make
Go
good
ahead,
content. Like I actually did some content last time I was down in St. George, and it did really well because so many people if you're in Utah, so many people from here are buying second homes down in southern Utah. So you can talk about the new Black Desert golf course and Trotta, the hikes that people are doing down there. It's a good opportunity to make content if you guys want.
We also have like a media guy, like a videographer that's coming. They've got all the high-end equipment and they're going to record for free the entire event. So if you want to do like a reel outside the house or with any of us inside of it talking about real estate, that's completely free. We got that comped. So come down and get some free videos like Paige talked about.
Well, and here's the thing, guys, the St. George people, they've been coming up here to support us. Let's go and support them and we'll hit up Vegas. And so now we go down there, we're helping St. George, we're connecting, maybe knock some doors. Then we go to Vegas. We support Paige. I don't know if Paige is speaking at it, but she's just there to support. We're
I
all
don't need the
supporting each
support,
other. What's
but
up?
I don't need the support down there. I'm not speaking at it, but I'm going for the value. It's going to be an awesome event. And they did give me a discount code just for our group. So if you want to come, send it to me. I paid full price for it. Like, I paid for my ticket. I'm going down there and using it. I didn't even get the code until after, once he saw that we're building a group at Real. So if you want the discount code and you want to go to Bam Mania, it's going to be awesome. Just text me.
And it's fall break too. I'm taking my whole family down there. We're going to have some fun. We'll slip away, do the meetings. So like, it's the balance is a bunch of bunk. It's all about priorities of what's important to you guys in your life right now. You make it a priority, but you don't need to spend 12 hours in an event. You can go hit it up, see the people you want to see, go out there, network with people, just show them the support and love. That's kind of the name of the game when it comes to building your band, building your relationship. So the 17th October, St. George, that night in Las Vegas at Daniel's Flip. And then those that want to stick around, and it's Vegas, guys. It's Vegas. We'll have fun. Let's roll as a whole crew. We're going to do a lot of really cool things with this group, with this community. And then we're working on stuff in Arizona, and we're going to hit up all these other markets to help you guys out. So Side, you had a question. Go ahead with your question, then we're going to wrap this thing up. Look, there's Ryan. See, Ryan's in Vegas. Ryan, we're excited to meet you. I've never met you. We all want to come down. We'll have a blast. We can hang out with each other. Dude, Ryan, that is a perfect example. He's in Vegas. Side, go ahead with your question, boss.
Yeah, so this might be a silly question, but I'm over on the East Coast in New York. How do I best utilize Paige specifically? Like, I was listening to Emma. She got this $1 million listing. How can we best utilize Paige on the East Coast?
I would say
Okay, so I'm going to answer this, Paige.
Okay.
Let me help you out, and then you can answer it. Listen, so here's the trick, okay? A lot of times we're waiting for other people to come save us. I started with one. I started my meetups with one. You literally can copy what we're doing out here and do it on the East Coast, and you can be the leader in that community out there. And if you're the leader out there in New York, everyone's coming to you. All the leads are coming to you. Paige will come to you, man. If you said, hey, I got an event, there's 100 realtors and 100 investors coming out, Mitch, Maylee, Paige, will you guys come out here? I got this big event. I'll fly out there in 5 seconds and we'll blow something out there. So you don't need to like leverage off of other people, learn from them, build your own stage. Like, I just got asked to speak on a massive, massive stage 2 days ago because I just started with one. So if you do that side and you're the leader of New York, we'll bring all of our resources to support you. And then any deals, any leads, anything that goes that way is going to go to you because you took the ownership. That's what we're looking to see out of people. So Paige, go ahead with your answer. It's probably a lot more eloquent and nicer.
Oh, I was just going to say, call me and let's set up a Zoom or a call and we can go over my exact listing presentation, exactly what I say to get these deals and exactly what I've made. And I can help you customize it to you and your market, but it's amazing. It works every time. And then you can also utilize our group. Like, I'm connected with some of the best agents all over the nation to help get your listing maximum exposure when you're going to list. And then like you can use, I mean, there's so many amazing agents in our network between Matt Leonetti, Brad, me, like just in Real in general. So call me, let's set up a time to go over your listing presentation, get that dialed in and tweak it so it's specific to the East Coast. And I'll help you just kind of show you exactly what I've done, how I do it, so you can do it out there.
Yeah, Side, I've got connections in New Jersey out there. So we're going to build a team out there in New Jersey. We've already talked to a few people. So literally you can plug in, bring your New York people. We can connect stuff. Matt Leonetti is like a couple hours away from where you are. Matt will come over in a heartbeat to New York. He can be he's part of our connection, our group as well. So it's just, but that's a great question because a lot of people are like, hey, how do I do it? And then lastly, we love Paige. Paige is amazing. She's done amazing things, but every single one of you on this call here, you're just as good as Paige, if not better. And she'll say the same thing. The difference is she believes it. You don't, right? You got to have that mindset like, okay, that's cool. Yeah, she's awesome. Well, she just started before you and she's gone all in what she's doing. So when you make that commitment in your mind that hey, every single one of you should be on this call thinking, I'm the baddest mofo that's out there. And start believing it and start saying it. And you just got to sell one person, and that's yourself. And that's why we all connect and we all align. We're a bunch of alphas in here. all of us are alphas, or you will not last long in this group. That's why I love this group. So Paige has done some amazing things, but Paige isn't the only resource in here. Tana's amazing. Emma, what she's doing. Maybe like Brady, all of these amazing assets, and we're being very, very strategic. Like we brought a new agent, Tiffany. She's amazing. She's like, I love doing TC work. I want to do transaction coordinator work. I don't want to do that. She wants to do that. That's a huge asset for our team. So we're just collecting all these assets. We're putting them together. We're here to help you, support you, teach you so that you guys can build your own table. You guys should start your own meetups. You could literally say, hey, I'm really good at seller financing, like what Maylee's doing, taking the ownership. Hey, we're doing a morning meetup. We're having a lunch. We're having women's in real estate. Just copy what Maylee's doing, what Paige is doing, what I've done, what Brady's doing. Just copy what's doing, make it your own, and you'll absolutely crush it. Maylee had a comment earlier. Maylee, finish it up, and then we'll get out of here.
I love it. Okay, so I'm not on. Oh, I'm on.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, cool. So a couple things. So based on what, Red Sue was just saying, we do have a book opportunity. It is just for our women this time, but we will do some for the guys. This is a really cool way to not have to spend thousands of dollars to become a #1 best-selling author. You can jump into this creative, our book. So 21 women will do your own chapter. And then by you writing your own chapter, you get to be a #1 best-selling author with us. So we're super excited to have this launch. The chapter is due November 30th. So you have plenty of time to write your chapter. It's like 1,600 words. You can find this specific book on Amazon. So if you're like trying to figure out, well, how would I even write my chapter, or what does that even look like? You can go get a sneak peek of that chapter or of this book. The new book is, so this one is called Discovering a Woman's Purpose. The new book that's coming out for the new anthology book is called Finding Balance, which exactly what we were just talking about, right? It's like there is no balance, right? It's like figuring out what you want to do and then just going after it. But I do feel like it'll come out in January, so it's a perfect launch for the season for anybody that wants to become a #1 best-selling author. It's only $1,000, and well, it's actually $987 or something. And that's a big deal because this is why it was created, because I went to go do my own book and become a #1 best-selling author to have that authority, and it was like $45,000, and I was like, maybe I don't want to tell my story that much, right? Like I was like, no, I'm good. But this is a great way to unite and be a part of the tribe. So we'd love to have you join us. So if you need the link, I can definitely put that in there. And then I think I had one more announcement, but I don't remember. Oh, so yeah, if you wanted to join us on Thursday at 10 a.m., please let us know. We want to reserve and make that a fun thing for all of us ladies. If you are bringing somebody special to the group, please let us know so we can make sure that we have enough seats. That's all I was going to say.
Yeah, love it. Thanks.
Yes,
That's another resource. Writing a book. Like I paid $10,000 to do my book. You can do it for $1,000. You can get the intro off of it. So all these resources. Somebody asked a question: how do I get all the details? We have a group me. It's New Wave Real Estate Group. Go on there. It has all the details. You guys can post your events, everything that you have going on. That's been very helpful. We're also working on an app. So when you guys have listings that are going to hit the market. And then last but not least, we'll finish this thing up today. Thank you. It's been awesome, very interactive to learn from all of you. The last thing that I'll just leave with you guys is that, the question is are you willing to pay the price the next 3 to 5 years to provide for your family the next 50 years? Are you willing to do those things? Are you willing to work on Saturday? Are you willing to work late? Are you willing to do those things that make you uncomfortable today that will make you really uncomfortable tomorrow? Wearing a red suit is not comfortable at first. Now when I don't wear it, it's uncomfortable. So the uncomfortable things, do those things first. If it makes you really uncomfortable, do it the first thing, get that out of the way. If it's big, if it's small, and the more you do uncomfortable things, it'll make your life so much easier. And then last but not least, many of you have kids. What is it teaching our kids when we take the easy road out? It's teaching our kids to do the same thing. So I want my kids are at that 5-year plan right now. My youngest is 9. My oldest at home is 14. What they're seeing their mom and dad do is what they are going to do. And we always talk about, well, I'm doing it for my kids. I'm doing it for my family. Are you? Are you spending quality time with your kids and family? You know, you can work really hard and be at work, be present at work. But when you're at home with your kids and family, be present with them. Take off the red suit. It's all about them. Because I promise you, if you guys can figure that out, it will bring you the joy and happiness in your life. We're doing some amazing things. I'm telling you, this group, this team, what we're building, it's already on the radars across the country. It's just buckle up because we're doing some really special things. It's because of you guys taking that leadership, that ownership. So love you so much. Thank you so much. We got the thing today at 12, and get over here. We'll walk you through that process. Thank you guys so much for the call, and we out. Let's go, baby. Boom.